안녕하세요 여러분 말로 아카데미의 범쌤입니다. We're back again with another live. I am looking fresh. I'm looking fresh today. Look at that. My hair looks aight. Skin looks a lot better on YouTube. Maybe because I'm a little far away. I got my Maha grid. Don't know what that is. Maha grid. Maha grid. Microphone is on. I got my nice man-to-man. It's a drizzly today. 비가 내려요. 소나기가 내려요. 저 비가 조금 와요. So had a really nice morning, right? Really a difficult morning, right? You wake up and you hear the sound of rain. And you're like, oh. Now, there is a very popular reels in that trend. All right, but just try that out on live stream before I try anything out on reels. All right, so feel free, honest feedback. Live stream, guys. This is live. This is real time stuff. All right. What's going on, Shana? What's going on, Michi? I like that. Michi, are you 미친놈? Are you 미쳤어? 미치. Where are you from? Who are you? What is your name? 힘 좀 주세요. 힘. 네, 여기 있습니다. 힘 드릴게요. 자, 여러분, 오늘은 무슨 얘기를 할까요? 미츠비시. 미치니까 미츠비시 아니지. Shayna, don't like the name Shayna. Changed right to Buta. It's funny, when I see Buta, I don't remember Shana. When I see Shana, maybe it's the photo, but I remember Buta. 안녕하세요, Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi from Canada. Do you drive a Mitsubishi? And what time is it there in Canada? How is it in Canada? I heard the cost of living right there is very difficult. 큰일 났다. For 30 minutes when we were doing the Instagram live stream, I never really thought about the potential topic for today. Wow. All right. Every week I tell myself I need to come in with a proper lesson in mind, but I do not. I have failed to do that again because live stream is just kind of a spontaneous, kind of fun. Right? I know it's a regular timing, but 8:36 p.m. is a great time to learn Korean. 미치 씨, do you study Korean? Have you studied Korean? Do you know how to read Hangul? Because if you do not, I am just about to drop the biggest deal of the lifetime. It's a good deal though. 9:30 p.m. Everyone is budgeting right now. The cost of chicken is sending me. Forget the chicken. The cost of learning Korean stays the same. We are not affected by politics at all, right? The only politics involved is the politics between Min and myself, if there is any. Yes, dildo. It is a good dildo. Mallo Academy is a good dildo. Mallo Academy는 좋은 딜도예요, right? Working on my constant assimilation. What does a constant assimilation mean? That sounds very, very technical. Very technical. 자, my bad. A little bit of a flash. 자, today I've already spontaneously in the recent the air you put in your consonants. Is that constant assimilation? Oh, consonant assimilation. Just finding the right consonants. Okay. You're a beginner Korean working on your consonant assimilation. That's good. That's perfect for our Hangul mastery. And our Hangul mastery happens at 9 a.m. this exact time. Do you want to join? Because I tell this, I'm going to drop the biggest deal of a lifetime. It's a good deal though. Right? And this is so good. And I'm kind of going raw here, not even consulting Min. That's how good the deal is. Because I got to drop it on the spot. And what is it? It's actually giving you a prorated discount. What does that mean? We've already unfortunately done the first lesson of Hangul mastery, and that means there won't be lesson 1. There will be a recording for you to watch. All right. But regardless, you didn't have the live experience. So we'll give you that one class kind of off. Right, 5 out of 6 kind of price. Yo, Michi, if you're interested, right, come to Instagram. Were you with us on our Instagram channel? If you were, drop us a DM, right, or send us an email. Right, we'll get to you there. Let's keep talking. Michi, I'll remember that name. 자, 오늘은, right, we'll talk about a particular. Oh, what's going on? Let's go, Michi from Canada. We would be thrilled to have you. 자, 시작할게요, 여러분. 오늘은 let's talk about 할머니. All we need is 20 minutes of good time. We're gonna talk about 할머니. 할머니. Whose grandmother? We're not going to talk about a particular grandmother. Right? All right. Some people resonate. So maybe Shana she is a 할머니. If you identify as one, I have not lived in America at all. Right? But if we were to divide Min and myself, right? Min is the UK English guy. I'm the more of the American English guy. So there you are. I'm more American-minded. What does that mean? You are what you identify as. You identify as an eggplant, so be it. You are an eggplant. I'll ask you every morning, have you been watered well? How's the sun intake? Right? How has your photosynthesis been? Photosynthesis 잘 했어요? Every plant can do this fundamental process, and we can call this photosynthesis. Good. A little bit of a science lesson, biology lesson there. 할머니 is grandma in Korean. Funny, it just sounds like harmony, right? Because 할머니 or grandma brings in the harmony in your family, right? I'm pretty sure, fair chance that King Sejong had that in mind, right? What do we call grandmas? They create this sense of harmony in your family. Okay, simple. Let's call it 할머니. Who is the nation's grandma? Yo, my high school teachers were also pretty boring. Very boring. Right? And all I did was in the end, in the back of the class kind of watching phone and okay, I should have stopped that joke. Go for yes for that joke or no for that joke? So that I know what you're talking about, can you just say yes for that joke or no for that joke? Anyways, we're talking about 할머니 today. Some of the cultural, personal sharing of what my grandma used to tell me, or what do typical grandmas say to a typical grandson. 그쵸? 자, 그러면 we gotta have some of our vocabularies unlocked. First of all, 할머니 is grandmother. Now, what is grandson? And what is granddaughter? Okay, do it. Y'all are crazy. We got the nasty group in the morning. I like that. 순자. 자, 순자 sounds like a grandmother's name. That sounds like a very old grandma's name. 자, 맞아요. 타타요 씨 잘했어요. Grandson, 손자. 김용옥이 누구야? Granddaughter, 손녀. 순녀 아니에요. 손녀. 우리 손자, 손녀. 저는 우리 할머니의 손자, 손녀예요. 자, grandmothers, like any other relatives, are divided into two sides, right? Mother side, M side, and fuck. 아빠. And father side. What kind of 할머니 are they? What kind of 할머니? How do we say that in Korean? Mother side and father side. What's the mofo grandmother? 시발 아니에요, 라니타 Maxwin. Please behave yourself in class. Lanita Maxwin coming inside talking about grandmothers and she's just like, 씨발, what's going on? You got a problem with grandmothers? 맞아요. Mother's side, actually it's not 왜, right? I will say mother's side is the good 할머니. And father's side is the bad 할머니. I can't say that. I can't really say that. Do you agree with me though? For some reason, culture, country, region, language aside, right? We say this. People kind of agree with this. What do you guys think? 크리스타 씨 안녕하세요. If you're watching this, come to YouTube. But formal and informal way to call 할머니. Just 할머니 itself is a pretty casual but also polite. I call my 할머니 할머니, right? 네, 할머니. But if it's like not your grandmother and it's someone else, it's just like a really old woman, right, sitting down in front of the market, maybe 할머님. 할머님. That is also a possible option. I would have went dark and said good side and dead side. That's also very true, right? That happens very often. Most of the time, people, I've never seen someone that likes their father's side grandmothers more. Always it's the mother's side. But you know what? I'm gonna say no, don't say that. All right? Both our harmonies are great people. People that have, gone through a lot. Mostly of a lot of birth giving. Because wow, people reproduced like crazy back then, huh? Wow. Well, we need those grandmas back in the game, right? To solve the declining population issue. You gotta have the grandmother mindset, the grandfather mindset. They produce like madness. They produce like a factory in Guangzhou. You know what I mean? That's it. 자, mother side, father side. Let's get a little bit serious. Mother side is called 외할머니. And father side is 친할머니. Which is funny, which by itself, in all seriousness, is a little bit sad because 왜 is used to describe your mother's family. And by its definition, 왜 actually means outside. Outside. They're a family that comes from outside. What does that mean? You have your father's precious, honorable bloodline and your mother comes in. It's an outside family. That's how it was seen. That is maybe how it is seen because of how we call our mother's side families, right? So literally, you can consider 외할머니 as an outside grandma. Ugh, sad, right? It's the grandma that we love so much, our mother's side grandma, right? And 친가, right? And this word is normally used to describe, right, your father's side, or without any descriptions at all because they are the default family. 할머니 없어요. 할아버지도 없어요. 저는 I only have one grandma. Right? So I also didn't have a 할아버지, but still an important word, right? 외할머니, 친할머니. Is father's side the only real one? It's not 진짜 진. It's not that 진. It's 친할머니, just used to describe your direct bloodline, which is just a little bit off. If I just the more I describe it, sounds a little bit weird, right? Is it Wednesday or Thursday for you? It is Thursday for me this morning, but our Hangul mastery class 미치 씨 is on Wednesday. 네, it's yesterday. So this time yesterday, I was teaching the Hangul mastery class, which you will be in next week, hopefully. 자, that said, quick break. Mallo tour is happening in October. So it's from October 22nd to 28th. If you are coming to Korea in the end of October, do take a look at our itinerary. Yeah. We are taking, Min and myself are taking 10 people, right, to Busan and Gyeongju. Now, slots are very limited now, guys. I think we have about 2 or 3 slots remaining. So make sure, all right, that you look into this and let yours, like, if you're coming to Korea, go for it. And then if you're not, right, if you know anyone else that's coming to Korea during this time, let them know of this opportunity. We also have group courses, right, that's just started. So May group courses has started. So unless you're Michishi, right, maybe the next semester, but we also have private lessons for you. So if you're interested in taking private lessons, please, right? Awesome. It will be at the Hangul class. Michishi, just so we know, we have some people that kind of have an impression that these group courses are free of charge, but that is not that, right? I'm giving you a big discount, right, to make sure you get you just should pay for what you're getting. Anyways, 외할머니, 친할머니예요. 그렇죠? 자, number 1. What when it comes to some cultural description, more cultural story. 자, we have the word 똥강아지. 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 자, we know 강아지 and we know 똥, right? And yes, 똥 does mean poop. And if you've been with me, you will know that this is what it's all about, right? we always talk about poop. 똥똥이에요. 근데 when we say 똥강아지, right, it has a lot of like backgrounds to it. 똥강아지 is your dirty little kitten, dirty little puppy, right, that lives outdoors, right? So a very cute little puppy that basically lives outdoors, right? So they're outside, they grow outside, so they're not very clean like your indoor little shih tzus, right? So 똥강아지 is the cute puppy that lives in rural areas. Dogs don't live indoors; they just live outside. And these puppies are called 똥강아지, right? 똥강아지 are street dogs basically, right? Or outside living dogs. They used to be called that. Now, over time, these are the cutest little things when you go to a province in Korea, and this has been a go-to way for grandparents to call their grandchildren. 우리 똥강아지 일로 와. 똥강아지. 그렇죠? 똥강아지 일로 와. They actually call us 똥강아지. So imagine your grandmother. Where is DK, Munimal? I'm glad that you started following, and I'm glad that you're watching this. If you have 10 minutes to spare, come over to YouTube to see what else I can do. All right, but good morning, my Lishi. Yeah, imagine your grandmother calling you, "Hey, nasty little street puppy, come here." Basically, it's like that. But don't worry, as weird as this sounds, right? This is a cute little way that grandparents address their grandchildren, right? If you think grandparents, you're thinking more rural area, provinces, right? And what do they take care of when they live by themselves? This little 똥강아지, right? So 손자 to them is a very similar kind of image, just a cute, very cute thing that they have to take care of. 똥강아지. 그래서 우리는 똥강아지라고 해요. Right? So 우리 똥강아지 일로 와봐. 여기 앉아 똥강아지라고 자주 불러요. Now I don't have a vivid recollection of my grandmothers calling me that when we were young, when I was young, yeah. But yeah, these days they don't call us that anymore. But yeah, it's everyone knows, right? That a grandmother calls their grandsons, 똥강아지. 그렇죠? 자, 2번. This is gonna be a little bit of a culture shock for all of you, right? 얼마나 컸는지 보자. 자, for our intermediate learners, what does this sentence mean? 우리 범진이 일로 와봐. 얼마나 컸는지 보자. 얼마나 컸는지 보자. 얼마나 컸는지 보자. 네, an interesting sentence, right? That Korean grandmothers, mostly grandmothers, right, say to their own grandchildren only. Grandsons only. Grandsons. How big are you now? Very close, right? 컸는지 Got right? Get big. 컸다, 컸다, 크다. 컸다 is to be big, to get big. What is 보자? What is 보자, guys? What is the meaning of 보자? 보자 is let's see. So if you don't know, let's see. 아 맞아요. 아 라우라 씨 has got it. Let's see how much. I'm just gonna write how much here, just to be a little direct. 얼마나 컸는지, how big you got. 그쵸? Let's see how big you got. 얼마나 컸는지 보자. 우리 범진이 얼마나 컸는지 보자. 맞아요. 우리 범진이 얼마나 컸는지 보자. Your grandmother tells you to come here. Right? Calling you a nasty little poop bitch. And as a grandson, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You got a problem, Grand G? You got a problem, G-Ma? Come here, get your ass over here, shit, poop bitch. Yo, G-Ma, not cool, but G-Ma's G-Ma. Right? 할머니's 할머니. I'm just a little 6-year-old boy. Gotta be an obedient little son. Stands up, walks over to grandma, and she says that word. 얼마나 컸는지 보자. 얼마나 컸는지 보자. And that's when I know. Holy shit. No. Do you know what they do? Do you know what they do? Any guesses on what that grandma does to me at that point? So I come to I walk over to grandma who says, let's see how much big you got. And I think, yes, it is what you are thinking. Nobody is commenting nothing, but pinch your cheeks. Oh, I wish. So Emachi said, pinch your cheeks. That is incorrect. That is innocent. How naive. Smack your bottom. Ah, okay. We're getting there. Interesting. Pinch your cheek. Didn't say which chicks. That is a good point. So not like this, like this. Still wrong. Both chicks side. Guys, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. Crystal Shi. So let's see goes at the end of the sentence. Yes, right? For Koreans, our verbs, anything that has to do with the action of the sentence, the verb is always in the end. That is Korean sentence grammar number 0. That is our ground rule. You see a long ass Korean sentence, the last word is its verb in different shapes and forms, of course, but they are always in the end. Yo, get a little more creative. Get a little more creative. They don't pinch your cheeks, the upper cheek, the bottom cheek. They don't smack our butts. So weird to say, but checking the size of the eggplant. Yo, imagine how Min would have felt when he sees that comment. Eggplant? No. Oh, look, Bartholomew. Look at what this American calls a pachalabulu. An eggplant? It's aubergine. 자, only one thing left to say, but so weird. Check the size of the eggplant. Yeah. Check the size. All right. Shout out to Min. All right. I don't know if he'll ever watch this or if he's watching this right now, but yeah, we're gonna give him. All right. This is for Min. I'm gonna write check size of aubergine. They literally just go into that thing. Like they don't put their hands inside, but they just. I don't remember. I don't clearly remember how exactly they touched. Did it get like how specifically they touched? But the hands were there. Boom, boom. Hell yeah! Right? 얼마나 컸는지 보자. And they touched the. Of course, this is not happening right now. Right? I know. Me as a 30-year-old. The grandma's not gonna say 얼마나 컸는지 보자. I was like, yo, what's up? And then it gets like this hard. I'm just kidding. But But as a kid, yeah, your grandmother would do that. Come here, grandson. And it's I'm on my grandma's lap. I'm on my grandma's lap. Just sitting. Nothing wrong. Just grandma's lap. Little grandson. I'm this little. So like, 얼마나 컸는지 보자. Boop boop. I don't know how I would have reacted to. Right? It was long ago. It was when I was a kid. It's not this grandma. I tell you. Wait, I gotta do some fact check. But make sure that maybe we're opening a new whole scenario here where nobody in Korea does that, and my grandma actually SA'd me. Well, if that's the case, so be it. Gotta go sign an appointment with Shanna. Why is there an explanation for the reason why they do that in Korea? It's just old times, right? And there's no explanation for it. Just your dick getting bigger is like a sign of growth, right? So they'll be like 얼마나 컸는지 보자. It's like a little prank that a grandmother would do to their grandchild, right? Which is to kind of like touch the dick. It'll be like ooh, right? And then they'll be like oh 많이 컸네, like this. They'll joke like this. Wow, you grew so much, right? So the direct explanation, no, it's just to them during that time. Right, it's a fun little explanation. It's a fun little prank that grandmas do to grandchildren. What do you think about this culture? And by this, I think I say it with about 95% confidence. It is this 5% chance where this actually does not happen in Korea at all is quite possible. I just don't want to believe it, I guess. So a few things, right? We learned about the word 할머니. Let's remember. And I think with this story, you will not be able to forget this word. What is the less casual way to say 보자? 보자 is as casual as it gets. Lanita Maxwin. That's as casual as it gets. 보자. That's the casual tone. 보자. Or are you saying polite way? Are you referring to the polite way of saying 보자? When we say 보자, just a little side topic, right? A little bonus lesson for all of you. For those of you that have a dyslexia or just it sometimes makes a lot of typos in Korean, right? 보자, right? Guys, 보자 means let's see. Remove a stroke. And this means vagina in a slightly derogatory term. So the P word, right? We are one stroke away. Let's see, right? And that word is just one stroke away in Korean. So remember that, right? 보자. And 타타요시 맞아요. 자 itself is let's. I don't know why I'm suddenly using my mouse. Sorry. Oh, that's ugly. I don't want a ugly handwriting. So, 자 is let's. Right? In the polite tone, it just becomes the present tense. What's KD? What's KD? That's Korean dick. Korean dick? 뭐예요? 자, present tense, right? So basically 보자. What's KD? 보자 will become 봐요. Right? Or maybe even 봅시다. But in Mallo Academy, we really like to keep our polite tone, right? KD, KD 탓하유. 네, 맞아요. 봐요예요. Present tense 봐요. 그래서 여러분 내일 보자. See you tomorrow. 내일 보자. Right? Can be 내일 봐요. In fact, 보자 can also be just 봐. Right? These three are all same. Yes, present tense has a lot of other meanings. So if you want to be clear, you will use 보자 in the casual tone. But for greetings like this, 내일 봐, we sometimes say 내일 봐 to mean 봐요, which means 보자, which means let's. Okay, so yeah, looking back, we did 할머니. What else did we look at? All right, let's make sure we do a little bit of review before we wrap up our live stream today. 할머니, 손자, 손녀. 또 뭐 있어요? 외할머니, 친할머니 있죠. 자, 그리고 똥강아지. 똥강아지 is basically a street puppy, an outdoor puppy. All right. It's not derogatory. It's just a cute little term. 똥개 maybe not as good. 똥개. 그렇죠? And then this very what's the word? Controversial prank of grandmothers. Right? I think this is a Reels idea. Right? In Western in the States, in other countries, let's see how big you got. Right? And the grandma brings in the grandson and maybe does that little thing where they put this grandson on the wall and use the chalk to mark the height. Wow, you got so big. In Korean, 얼마나 컸는지 보자. And the grandson is like, what the fuck? 좋아요. 자, 여러분, I think Min's in class right now, but I hope he could vouch for me to see if this culture is actually correct or not. But we wrap up our lesson here. Thank you for watching this live stream. My name is Pom, and I'm from Mallo Academy. At 3, 잠시만요. At I think in just an hour. I believe it's just in just an hour. 네, in 1 hour, Min will be going live on Instagram, or I think he goes live straight to YouTube. Just however, but Min will be going live at 11 a.m. Korea time, which is in about 55 minutes. So, my apologies. Okay, so you're still not talking. No one's still talking to me. Emma 씨, Laura 씨, right? Shana 씨, Lanita Maxwin, Michi 씨. See you soon. And Tiago 씨, all of you. Thank you so much for tuning into this live stream. It was great to do this again. Right, and I'll see you next week on Wednesday at I think noon, right? At 12 p.m. Min will see you in an hour and then later at 3 p.m. All right, awesome. Hafsashi as well. 미안해요. These are all the names there, right? Like down the line when we have more and more viewers, time will come where I won't be able to say thank you to any one of you. Hopefully that day comes soon, but that's what this is all about, right? Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching this live stream, and I will see you again next week. No worries, Tiago 씨. 감사합니다, 여러분. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day and also week and weekend and the beginning of the week after.